Welcome back to 22 Savage TV. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe. I appreciate all your support. So this is going to be a special edition of Waiver Wednesday. I know it's a bit late. You know, I've been really grinding, really working hard, man. And I just had a lot of things on my plate, a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. So what I've decided to do for you guys this week is, also if you watched my last video, you would know that I wasn't able to give the full, complete preview of Week 10. So what makes this a special edition is I'm going to give you that preview and still give you the top Waiver Wednesday pickups for Week 10, y'all. A fire episode. Y'all smash that like button. Again, I appreciate all your support. So let's just get right into it, man. Week 10, as I ended off on my last video, I mentioned my op this week. It's gonna be the boy Go Gang right here, as you can see, my man Tony. You know, been actually on a little hot streak as of late, little winning streak. Really trying to resurrect his fantasy outlook for the, you know, I would say he just made a lot of bad GM moves, man. But you know, football, the season is long, so it's not really always about how you start, but really how you finish. So you know, with that being said, like I said, man. Obviously, as y'all can see, I'm first in the first 103.5 points based on my current lineup, which, I mean, it's very fluid at this point, man. I got like a lot of guys questionable. I mean, Zeke's banged up, Amari, Julio, you know, and I'm really rolling the dice on Julio because, I mean, he really hasn't shown me much all year. I mean, as you can see, his rank, he's 71 in terms of wide receivers this year. Just, my man. You know, not what I anticipated. You know, I obviously invested a lot of draft capital. But like I said, the season is long, and it's not how you start, but really how you finish. So I'm really hoping for a strong push from Julio, especially now that Derrick Henry's out of the picture. You know, I know the Titans are a run-based team, but I wouldn't put them like in a category of like Cleveland or Baltimore. You know, I think they're, you know, it really was all centered around, you know, when you have such an anomaly type of athlete such as Derrick Henry. I mean, you know, you really lean on them, you know, a lot, and it just, I think that really had a lot to do with what led into their run-heavy philosophy. I think now they're going to have to be more balanced. I mean, teams are going to scheme even more so now to make Ryan Tannehill be the one that beats you. And, you know, I'm not convinced that he really can do it. I think he's really the reason why, you know, Julio's been struggling, so we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong about that, and I'm really rolling the dice because Julio is just ultra talented. And like I said, I got a lot of injuries, you know, a lot of guys banged up, man, and so it's just really, you know, really iffy for me, like I said. Because even if you look at my bench, the reason my projection is only 103, it could be much higher. But, you know, I got Damian Harris in concussion protocol. I mean, Zach Moss in concussion protocol. And, you know, they're projected for 11.3. Meanwhile, I got Singletary in my flex spot with only 8.3. So I could easily boost up my projection. This isn't my final lineup. I anticipate, you know, as the week unfolds, we'll see, you know, some guys get ruled out or what have you. And so, you know, like I said, we've been thriving in spite of all the fluky happenings that's been going on in the NFL as of late. we've been thriving in spite of, still 7-2, still number one. So I'm not even, really sweating. What the projections say. Like I said, man, I don't go by that, man. I go by what I know to be true because I do this, bro. Like I do this for a living, man. Y'all better check my background, bro. So anyway, man, like I said, man, hopefully some of my guys can get healthy towards the end of the week, and we'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, my IP got, Travis Kelce is one of his big hitters. Eckler, is a big hitter. Other than that, I'm not really too concerned. We'll see, man. I don't want to comment too much on really what he got rolling. I mean, we'll see. You never know. So, but I think I clearly have the better team. I mean, at least on paper, you look at the names and it don't even, it doesn't even compare. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just got a roster full of savages, bro. So that's gonna complete the Week 10 the Week 10 preview. Like I stated, I just wanted to quickly go over that. So let me go ahead and give you guys again what y'all been waiting for. Waiver Wednesday for Week 10, man. Sorry for the wait. No Tunchi. Let's just get right into it, man. I got a couple of interesting options for you guys this week. A lot of things have transpired, but I'm not really wanting to jump on a wave. I'll probably save, because we still have to see how Week 10 unfolds. So definitely next week, Waiver Wednesday is gonna drop. It's gonna be fire. A lot of happenings, going on this week. But as far as Week 10. Waiver Wednesday is who you can add from now and also moving forward. First guy I want to mention is going to be this guy right here, Benjamin. I want to bring him up because obviously Chase Edmonds suffered a high ankle sprain. He's going to be out for a few weeks. And so what's probably going to happen is they're going to lean on James Conner. But James Conner, has some flaws in his game. I think, you can probably take him away. I don't think he's really the pass catcher. Well, I know he's not actually. That Chase Edmonds was, and so maybe Benjamin fills that role. I think he's gonna get a decent amount of touches. Actually, I would say he probably gets 10 plus touches as long as he's the number 2 back. Because Arizona surprisingly likes to run the ball. They will run it. They will get their running backs involved, and so I think Benjamin's probably going to benefit from, again, the absence of Chase Edmonds. So he's definitely a guy you want to have on your radar. Maybe if you got a spot open, maybe you want to add him. So definitely want to consider him. Another guy I got for you is going to be right here. Now he's a guy I feel like I should have mentioned in a previous video. Like I should have brought him up by now if I haven't. If I have, then he's going to be one of my rare double mentions because I try not to give you repetitive content. I try to give you, some new ideas. And so I'm not sure if I mentioned Conklin or not, but if I haven't, man, he's definitely on the radar. Tight ends, again, have not really been as prolific as they have in years past, like overall, as far as the entire NFL tight ends. But you can see his stat line here is really decent. Like, I would take some of this, like especially like this right here, the 8.2, the 7 points. I mean, 8.6. I mean, that's good for a tight end. Like in 2021 NFL fantasy, I think Conklin has definitely locked down the number one tight end role as far as in Minnesota. So definitely, if you're having some trouble, some injuries maybe, or just not the success you were thinking, Conklin, you definitely want to add him as well. Another guy I got for you is going to be surprisingly. Now I'm going to give you a disclaimer here, man. I'm not all the way sold. Like, this is one of those where it's like buyer beware. Like, don't come looking for me if it don't work out with Matty Ice right here. But I'm gonna mention Matt Ryan, man. He's been hot a little bit lately. Like, it seems like they figured out like what they want to do in Atlanta as far as on offense. I mean, they don't have a running game to speak of. But at the end of the day, Matt Ryan isn't like, what was that year, 2016, I think it was? Like, whatever year his MVP was, he's far removed from that. Like, he's no longer that guy. He's going to have games where he's going to be a complete dud. Like, he's going to have a lot of turnovers. Look at this one game, he had 3 picks. Another game, 2 picks. Fumbles. I mean, it's going to be boom and bust, as you can see right here. So, but I think he has a couple good matchups coming up. And then the end of the year is really going to be beneficial. Like, he might be a playoff quarterback as far as fantasy goes. I doubt if they make the playoffs in real life. But as far as fantasy goes, like, that schedule really softens up at the end of the year. Like, if he can stay healthy, I mean, this guy could be a sleeper. Like, he might lead you to a championship. Again, they might not, as a team in real NFL football, the Falcons might not do very much, but Matt Ryan might actually have some gaudy statistics, which is, good for fantasy football. So definitely consider him if your quarterback situation hasn't gone the way you thought. Hey, roll of the dice, This is that time of year where you got to start taking some chances. I will say that. So yeah, Matt Ryan. And last but not least, I'm actually going to mention a teammate of Matt Ryan's. Oh, look at that. Tajay Sharp. He's a wide receiver for the Falcons. I think that he's definitely someone you should target. Big body receiver. The only thing is, like, again, they're so inconsistent. The Falcons as a team, and definitely their passing attack. I know firsthand, I have one of their players, Russell Gage. Like, you would think someone's going to have to fill this missing Calvin Ridley role. And none of them have really ascended to it. We saw Tajay Sharp actually throw his name in the ring and see what he has. I think, like from what I remember of him, I want to say he was in Tennessee at one point. Again, big body receiver, physical. I like his game. I think, again, somebody's going to have to ascend and fill that role. So I don't see why it couldn't be Tajay Sharp. He has all the gifts. Not an overly impressive stat line, but again, it's kind of what you get with the Falcons. But again, their schedule softens up later in the season. I think you're gonna see some really gaudy numbers. Obviously, we know they use Cordero Patterson a lot, but somebody's going to have to, they're gonna need an outside receiving threat, and so Tajay Sharp just might be that threat. So anyway, that's going to do it for this week's mega episode. Again, I gave you the full Week 10 preview as well as Waiver Wednesdays for Week 10. Again, I apologize. Sorry for the wait. A lot of things going on. A lot of big things are happening. And the universe is really moving. And, I really encourage you guys to listen, man. So that's going to be it for this video. Again, smash the like button. Hit the subscribe. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.